Hello, good morning. I am very happy of being here in the ACBSP Congress. Thank you to the authorities and students to be together. I have the opportunity of explaining to you about the collaboration between students and university, in our case, the case of the Continental University. The Continental University is placed at the Peruvian Andes, and the exposition that I'm going to make is, I call it that I had a dream, the dream that I've had. In this way, I'm going to begin at this moment. Thank you very much. The part of this exposition will be that I had a dream. From the beginning, I had a dream, and I've made the dream a reality. And this is what I'm going to explain, and after that, I will explain my new dream. The dream that I had, it began when I was 12. I was only 12, I was a child. I am born in Barcelona, in Spain, and at that moment I was a follower of the adventure of Tintin. Tintin is a book with many stories, and one of them takes place in Peru. This is, you can see, this is the book called The Prisoners of the Sun. The Prisoners of the Sun, you can see there, the one with the blonde hair is Tintin. And I used to read all the books about the adventures of Tintin. One of them, it was this one, which happened at the Peruvian Andes. I remember very well this image where you can see Tintin, the reporter, the Captain Haddock, and the little dog, Milou, strolling through the streets of a Peruvian city. And I got that imagination in my mind, and that was, it has kept in my mind for many times. Some years later, I discovered a word which I had never heard. This word was very strange to me, but it was amazing. So this word was marketing. Marketing was the word I had never heard before. After I discovered this word, I began to look around this matter, and I decided to study the administration career in a university. I had the chance of going to a very prestigious university in Barcelona, which name is ESADE Business School. There I've made all my studies, even my master in business administration focused on marketing, and I've dedicated to this most of the time in my life. In fact, the first job was in a company called Ogilvy. Ogilvy, as you know, is an advertising company where I had to advise to the companies about their advertising. And later on, I began to work in Nielsen. Nielsen is a market research company, as you know, and I've been also making consultancy to the companies about their strategies on marketing. That's my background, and after that, I decided to have my own company. My own company is called Etiqueta, which is a franchise. It's a franchise on dry cleaning shops. I've been working on it. I've arrived to have 18 shops in Spain, and so my experience is always related on the companies who has as clients are companies usually, and as a franchisor, the clients were investors. After that, I've got the opportunity of making my dream a reality. I have this opportunity because I have got the possibility of going from Barcelona in Spain to Peru. As you know, this was part of my dream. Here in the Peruvian Andes, I have the opportunity of mixing all my experience to give it to the companies in the Peruvian Andes through the Continental University. Here I can mix, I can see the streets on this Peruvian Andes. I can find people with this look, and I'm very happy of that. At the same time, I profit my formation, my capacitation on ESADE Business School, and my experience in the different companies on the marketing point of view. Mixing all of this, I've got the possibility, and I've arrived here 2 years ago. Huancayo is the city where I am. Huancayo is the capital, is the most important city in the central of Peru. It's close to Lima, but it's in the middle of the Andes and in the middle of the forest, the Amazonic forest. So Huancayo is in fact the central commercial city of central Peruvians and central forest. Nevertheless, to arrive to Huancayo is not so easy. Huancayo is at 3,260 meters high. In feet it's about 10,800 feet. And to arrive here, you have to go up through a difficult road. And the only road that you can use to arrive to the central Andes, Peruvian Andes. And these roads arrived to 4,800 meters high, which is more than 15,000 feet. It's very high. After that, you arrive to Huancayo. So from Huancayo to Lima, it's not so close. It's far, but roads, and it looks like if you were in Shangri-La or in an island, in a very isolated place of the world. And that's what I like, in fact. In fact, Huancayo is a city with more or less 500,000 people. It's not so small, but it's not too big either. In this city belongs to the department of Junín, and in the department of Junín, this Huancayo is overall a city of services. It's overall a city of many markets, of many public markets, and many shops and services. As it's a central place of all the central Peruvian Andes. In fact, only 11% is industry, but it's important the mining. There are big mines in this department, and agriculture is not so big. It's only 40%. So the services are the most important part of this area. Nevertheless, the companies are overall micro companies, are very, very small companies, 99% of them. Only around 1% is not a micro company. This is more or less the status of Huancayo. After that, we have decided, after my arrival, we have decided to make a business market research in order to study the possibilities of collaboration between companies and the university. We wanted to see if there were, what was the needs of research and about consultancy of the companies in order to see the possibilities of collaboration between both parts. We have made a poll, and the data sheet of this poll was the universe of formal companies. Formal means that is registered officially, and they are not included the thousands of companies which are not registered, but there are 47,000 of them which are formal, and that was the universe, and we have made a sample of 400 of them with selection of the different sectors. After that, we've made a poll with a personal interview in every one of the companies. And we have arrived to two conclusions, basically. The first one is that they have very small, very short mentality to research. It's very short. And as they don't have this mentality, they don't think on spending any money on that. They don't think it's useful to spend money on research or on consultancy. So they are not used at all to this way of of collaboration with this consultancy. And then the other part is that we have realized is the acceptance of the leadership of the Continental University in all the area. Really, this university has prestigious enough to be the one who helps on research and consultancy, in that case, for all these companies in this area. So we have decided to make 3 ways of collaboration between business and the university. These 3 ways are, in first case, the market research course. This is one of the courses in the career of administration and also on engineering, and we have our students in this subject. The other thing was the public tenders on innovation that we can assessor to the companies, and third time it's the business consultancy that we want to develop. So in first case it is about the market research course. How do we do it? Well, every classroom is full of students, and we make 4 students teams, and each of the teams at the same time as they are following the theory of the market research, at the same time they make practices with real cases. It means with real companies following the signature. They spend even more time on practices than on the theory. In fact, what we do at the same time is that the students are obligated to make 2 presentations to the company, one in the half of the course and one at the end. And this, at the same time, we make a contest. We make a contest for the best work, for the best case of all the courses. And it's a prestigious contest and in this university. What are the advantages for the company? Well, the companies, you can think, they are not used to make market research, so this is the first time, the first opportunity for them to make this market research, and it's also the first opportunity to think about marketing decisions. They are making all the marketing decisions only for intuition, but they are not used to make these decisions supported on market research. And we are teaching them how to do it, and they are beginning to take really good decisions on marketing. And also, we are proud that every course, the course here means every 6 months there's a course. We have a collaboration with 40 companies every course. So from time to time, with a slow rhythm, but the companies in this area are learning what it is, market research and marketing. And for the students, there are also advantages, because for the students, they are knowing the reality of the use of the market research to the companies. They realize that even with the small companies or micro companies, as they are, market research is useful for them, and they help the companies to take the decisions on marketing. So the students are more practical when they go out to find a job. And with the contest, it's also very interesting for them, because in this case, they are more interested on following in the right way a signature of the course, and it's also amusing for them to see who's the best in every time. Every cycle, every course, there are 200 students who profit this market research collaboration between companies and students. And the second thing is the public tenders on innovation. These tenders are very important in this country. You can see that in the case of the OECD, the destination to research is more or less 2% of the gross domestic product. In case of Latin America, it's about 0.7%. But in the case of Peru, it's very small. It's only 0.18% of the gross domestic product destined to research. That's the reason. You can imagine if that's the total Peru, what will be in the Peruvian Andes. This will be 0.02%, more or less. Well, and then that's the reason why the government is developing, improving public tenders to help the companies make innovation. And we are here in this subject. We participate in these public tenders with the companies. It has some advantages to the companies because they are developing their spirit to make innovation and creation, to change. We are helping them to develop this spirit, and they are getting more professionalism in their jobs as the teachers who are collaborating with them, they're making their advices on how to develop their companies with this technical support. In fact, last year, 12 companies have been involved in this subject, and this year, only at the month of February, on which we still are, there are already 18 companies involved in these public tenders. For the students, it's also very interesting because the teachers are practicing in real cases, and in some ways, in many ways, they translate this experience to the students, and they learn more on the reality of the companies which are here. And also, we have some laboratories, and the students can make practices on the needs of the companies in the laboratories that are here in the university. We are also improving the business consultancy through From Peru. From Peru is an agency, a public agency specialized on exportation, on export. And then we are making a pilot program with them, which it may be, in case they like it, and we think they like it, they will develop this same program in different cities of the country. But here is the first one where they are making this pilot program. As From Peru supports the companies who are trying to export, then they are companies which have more interest on their own development. And so they are companies with a mentality, an active mentality, and students make their pre-laboral practices on these companies with the support of teachers who are helping them to do as well as possible in these companies. In this case, in last year, there have been 15 companies in this program, and this year we have until now 26 companies collaborating, the students and the business between us. The advantages for the companies is the professionalism in their work, as they are learning. They are obligated to accept the new technical support that they are receiving. They are obligated only theoretically, but this makes them to improve their technical activities. And also, not only technical, but of course also in business administration, they receive students. And so they can develop themselves in a much easier way. For the students, it's a good place to learn how is the real work in a company, and it's also a good way to practice with the help of the teachers. So these three ways of collaboration between business and students have in general very good advantages at the same time to the companies as to the students. In the case of the companies, this collaboration it gets more professionalism in the companies. They work with more technical, not only technical but also in administration way. They are much better. We can accelerate their business with our support. It's not only a company which is quiet, but it's a company with initiative to develop more quickly them. And with the support of the teachers consultancy, we are making all of us a good team for these leader companies in the region. In fact, as a conclusion, we are very happy of the collaboration between business and students because it has many advantages so well to the companies as to the university and also to the government that is trying to help all of us in this case. For the companies, some of the advantages are the more professionalism. You may think that here the companies need this professionalism to develop their activity, and thanks to the university we are helping them and making them accelerate their business from what they are until now. And there are more, here we realize that we can see the results more closely than if we were in a big city. For the university, of course, it's also an advantage because as there is a closer collaboration between business and university, and it makes the students be more practical when they go out from the university and go to their first job. And of course, for the university, it makes to have more research and also more knowledge. That is a ball to help all of us, the companies, the students, the university, and of course it's better for the region and for the country. So we are very happy of having developed until now this collaboration, and we realize that we are helping all the region and all the country, and the people around here realizes more effectively the results. And of course we can see that this is not only a small proof, this is just a way of working, and every time there's more and more collaboration between the business companies and the university. That's the reason why I'm so happy. But now I have a new dream. And which one is my new dream? My new dream is to go from Peru to Philadelphia in order to participate in the ACB-SP Congress that takes place there in Pennsylvania. And I will be very happy of making reality this dream there. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.